We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
They really couldn't give us Johan Santana pitching Game 3. The guy better be injured, I swear to God. What is up, YouTube? I'm your friendly neighborhood Edman64, and I'm pretty sure we're about to sweep the Minnesota Twins today. In Game 3 of the American League Divisional Series. Game 1 was a well-contested bout, but Jamie Wright proved to be better than Carlos Silva. Game 2, on the back of Ryan Church absolutely soul-crushing him, we beat Boof Bonzer. But Francisco Liriano came in and pitched brilliantly in relief for them. If Boof Bonzer hadn't shit his pants as badly as he did, it would have been a much closer game, but it was, in fact, a blowout. It is now Game 3 of the American League Divisional Series. If we win, we advance to the Championship Series. And to counter Scott Kazmir, the Twins put out Scott Baker. If you will recall, Scott Baker was the first pitcher we absolutely creamed in Power Pros game earlier this run. So, yeah, I have no faith that the Twins are going to mount a comeback here, even if Scott Kazmir pitches poorly.
Division Championship Series between the Minnesota Twins and Las Vegas. I'm from the Metro.
By the way, today's drink is sponsored by Sparkling Ice Black Raspberry. Apparently, they have an entire 12-pack of just black raspberry, and I am absolutely loving it. All right, Game 3 of the Divisional Series. If Minnesota wants to win, they're going to have to play top-notch defense and be able to keep Ryan Church from hitting another home run.
He throws to the cutoff man.
Why put Scott Baker in? You could have put any starter in for Game 3. I would have 100% preferred Johan, but why Scott Baker, man? It's like you don't even care.
Infield pop-up.
He says as Scott Baker induces 2 easy outs.
Our next batter, Mike Piazza.
Let's see if he can get Piazza.
He throws over to first to try to keep the runner close.
Trust me, I'm not running with Enox.
Here we go for the first pitch. He cashes in on the first pitch.
And into the gap.
Hunter is going after it. Runner on first, round second, goes for third. Piazza
2 runners on, 2 outs. And Russell's got muscle at the plate.
Next up, Russell Branyan.
He's already gone deep once this series.
First pitch. Ball.
I should have leaned in on that one. Get the bases juiced. And again, I don't want Russell to get hurt.
Uh-oh, a hit by pitch.
And he got hit anyway. Okay. Ooh, the man, the myth, the legend.
First pitch. Wild pitch.
And wild pitch brings in the first run.
Las Vegas.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
First inning.
Well, maybe you can rebound here.
Into right center. Hunter
or not. You can give up another 2-run double to Marcus Timms.
The batter stops at second base. Timms drives in the runners with a 2-base hit. Timms gets his second RBI of the game.
Minnesota, come on.
He's set to deliver the first pitch. Ground ball going between shortstop and third.
Get that out.
There's the third out. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors.
All right. The Twins have exactly 27 outs to work with.
Leading off is the first
in order to get the lead.
Luis Castillo throwing to first, out. 1 away. Castillo grounds to second and is retired. Next at bat, Nick Punto. That's a strike.
They are a high contact team, so I do expect to not have that many strikeouts from Kazmir today.
Kazmir retires the hitter on a pop-up to the catcher.
The reason I picked Scott Kazmir over Ian Snell is probably because he can induce more ground balls. Ian Snell is a fly ball pitcher. The same with Brett Myers, which is why I'm not letting him start here. I want to induce the contact that we need. I don't want to do anything more or anything less than we absolutely have to.
Here we go for the first pitch. He hits the first pitch.
All right, there's a hit in the right center. One of the very rare bloop hits I get.
We have a runner on with 1 out. Here we go for the first pitch. He hit the first pitch once again.
Up the middle. They'll get 1 at least. Timmy's too fast.
Enox got a single in his last at-bat. Here we go, the first pitch.
There he goes.
It's a strike. He put that first pitch right in there. That's a stolen base. There's another ground ball to the pitcher.
I thought I had that.
There's the third out.
Ooh, that could have been a
No
bad error.
runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base.
All right.
We are going to face the number 4, 5, and 6 batters this inning. It's a strike. Count 0-1.
Yeah, Scott Kazmir's not the guy I'm afraid of giving up like a ton of fly balls. Why give me the center fielder when it's hit to left field game?
Justin Morneau. Swing and a miss. He's behind in the count. Line drive.
I bet they think that that's helpful too. To give, I'll give him the center fielder even though the ball's getting hit to left field.
Kazmir retires the batter with a liner to center field. Next up, Torrey Hunter.
I expect if there's any pitcher that I had in this first 3 games that they're going to hit, it's definitely Kazmir.
Going to the opposite
I don't think they're going to like tee off on him, but I think they'll definitely
retires the batter with a liner to first. Next up,
oh, by the way, for some strange reason in this game,
no runs,
5-game series. Always have the home team play the first 3 games. I don't understand why. No matter what, the home team plays the first 3 games. Even though in baseball, you do 2 games for the home team, 2 games for the team with the better record, 2 games away, and then the 5th game, if necessary, is at the best record team's location. So if this was an actual divisional series, like in baseball,
back-to-back base hits. Next at bat, also Branyan.
If this was an actual one, we would be playing in Las Vegas right now, but
Marcus Thames has had a double already in this game.
All right. The man, the myth, the legend, the Marcus, the Thames. No home runs yet so far. We'll see if we can change that.
It's a strike. He's behind in the count.
Ooh, Scott Baker. He's actually pitching.
Hit in the air to left center. Hunter.
I will concede he's actually pitching.
The Twins are
down by 3 runs. He coughed up the lead early, but he's actually pitching. I will give him that. He's making this harder on me, and I appreciate
going to the opposite field. Throwing to first. Out. 1 away. Tyner grounds to third.
I wonder if we can keep them shut out the whole series. I wonder if that's ever happened actually in baseball history.
He steps on the first base
bag. A playoff series where the team gets shut out the entire time.
Infield grounder.
And I don't count 2020 as that.
He made it
like every team got in 2020. Ironically, except the Mets.
No hits, no errors.
Yeah, in 2020, when they had the pandemic-shortened season, they decided to have like double the amount of teams that usually get into the playoffs get in, so it was the top 8 teams in each league got into the playoffs. So while the usual suspects like Atlanta and St. Louis and the Dodgers were there, you had a couple of very random teams pop in. Like the White Sox, the A's,
Ryan Schneider, he made it out first time up with an infield grounder. He steps on the first base bag, out. West got a single in his last at-bat.
It was a very weird time.
Here we go, the first pitch.
And of course, we rag Dodger fans all the time because we say that wasn't a legitimate World Series win.
Here we go for the first pitch.
But unfortunately, they did win a legitimate World Series last year, so we can't rag on them for that.
The number 2, 3, and 4
you can rag on them.
That
Major League Baseball looked the other way with probably the biggest gambling scandal since Pete Rose.
He's behind
and they did.
Punto strikes out.
But whatever.
Now in the batter's box, Joe Mauer. He made it out first time up with an infield grounder.
Oh, and if before you even have to ask, no, it is almost impossible
foul ball
to create a player like Ohtani.
Goes after it, but comes up.
So if you're trying to do like a pitcher who can also field and hit well,
got a single in his last at bat. Strike.
In this game, you have to pick. Or you pick and choose. If you're going to be a pitcher, you probably won't field well, or play the offensive side well. And if you're an offensive player, you will definitely not pitch well.
Kadire gets a base hit to left field.
Obviously, there are some pitchers who can hit, but
next at bat,
in this game, you ain't developed.
Swing and miss again. Morneau strikes out.
Oof, that slider was filthy. Nice pitch,
no runs,
Scotty
one
boy.
Hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. The number 2, 3, and 4 batters are due up this inning.
Now we got it. Now is the inning we break the game wide open.
He's set to deliver the first pitch.
In my opinion.
He caught it. One
then
away.
again, of course.
Ryan Church
This team is
got a
much
single in
better
his last
defensively
at-bat.
than some of the
Here we
other
go
teams
with the
we
first
face,
pitch.
so I imagine it'll be a lot
Broken
harder.
bat. He caught it. Mike Piazza got a single in his last at-bat. He's set to deliver the first pitch. Off the head of the bat. Goes past
All right,
shortstop,
up the middle,
into center
base
field.
hit.
He throws to the cutoff man.
All right, Russell's got
Piazza
muscle.
gets a base hit to center field. Piazza
Time
gets
for
a
you to
base
hit one out,
His
buddy.
third of the day. Next up, Russell
Nope.
Branyan. There's the third out.
There,
No runs,
he is
one hit,
pitching
no errors,
very
one
well.
man
I
left
will
on
say
base.
that.
We enter the
I will eat crow that he's pitching
The
very
Twins
well.
are
right
down
now.
by 3 runs. He lined out to the first baseman his first time up. It's a strike.
The only downside is these episodes. I just realized these episodes are going to be a lot
He
shorter.
drives it to the opposite field.
Unless, of course,
One away.
the game goes back and forth or into extra
Kazmir
innings or
retires
something
the
like
hitter
that.
on a pop-up to right field. Next at bat.
You know
Jason
what I
Bartlett.
realized we
He
haven't
bumped
seen
up
yet
the
in
catcher
this,
in foul territory, his
playthrough?
first
We haven't had
at-bat.
a walk-off yet.
It's a strike. He's behind.
Mainly
the
because,
count.
like, I've been winning the games so
Hit
often
high in the
that
air
there
towards
hasn't been a
third.
need for a walk-off.
He got it.
I didn't even
Two
take
away.
a walk-off loss at this point.
Kazmir retires the hitter on a pop-up to short. Next at bat, Jason Tyner.
But we always
He
seem to
grounded
break
third
their
his last
starting
time up.
pitcher. So if that's the case, you don't need a walk-off. Let's see if we can do another slider. That was a filthy
Ground ball to the left to shortstop. Throwing to first.
That one was pretty good, too.
Out. That's the final out. No runs, no hits.
All right.
The sixth inning is
The
coming
man,
up
the
next.
myth,
Marcus
the legend,
Thames
the
has had a
Marcus
base
the
hit
Tims.
already in this game. Here we go, the first pitch. He smacks the first pitch.
No home run. Wow. And he got good wood on
There's a
that,
ball
too.
hitting the gap in left center. The batter is going for second. The batter stops at second
Just
base.
keep hitting
Thames
doubles.
gets his second double of the day. Here we go, the first pitch. He belts one off the first pitch.
Oh,
it's
that's
going. There it goes.
Andrew with a 2-run shot.
Las Vegas extend their lead to 5. He touches home base after circling around the bases.
What a moonshot. That wasn't a moonshot. That was a nice shot.
Batting, Brian Schneider.
All right, 5 runs
Out on the
in
field.
5 innings
The
of
Twins
work.
are putting in a new pitcher.
Well, he did better than
Second
Boof
pitcher for the
Bonzer,
team
that's
to take
for
him out
sure.
in this game. Here's the pitch we've all been waiting for. Have we got
Up
another home run on our
and
hands?
Schneider.
There it goes. Back to
Yeah,
back home runs.
unfortunately that can
6-0.
happen.
Las Vegas extend their lead to 6. Our next batter,
Let's see if
West.
we can get
Here
some
we go,
outs
the
here.
First pitch. It's going deep into right field.
Oh my
Have we got
God.
another home run
This
on
is
our
like
hands?
throwing
That one is off the
T-ball
wall.
practice, friggin' batting practice to us. This is disgusting.
He's in there before the tag. Safe at second.
45.
He's set to deliver the first
West.
pitch.
Oh,
Popped up. He settles under it. That was an easy catch.
was a bad bunt,
retires the
Timmy.
batter on a foul fly.
Enoch,
Now
show him
batting
how
his
it's
rookie
done.
player, Enoch. It's going right down the third baseline. Throwing to first.
Beautiful.
The runner advances to third base.
All
Ryan
right.
Church, who is
Ryan
in his
Church.
third year in the big leagues.
Put this
is
game
now
out of reach, buddy.
There's the first pitch, and it's hit.
And, well,
There's
you
a hit.
sort of
He
did.
throws to the cutoff man. Las Vegas get another run. Now this is what you call a big inning. Mike Piazza got a single in his last at-bat.
Up under that one. Unfortunately,
He caught
under
it.
that
That's the end
one.
of the inning.
Not going to
4
complain.
runs, 5 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base.
7-0.
The Twins are leading off in this inning with the last batter.
We
in their
definitely
lineup.
do need
He
some
grounded
some
first
bullpen
last
help.
time up.
though.
Line drive to third. 1 away.
When we go to sign
Kazmir
free agents,
retires
we
the batter with a
definitely
liner to third. Next at bat, Luis Castillo.
Because that's actually where I'm scared. Like, if our starting
Pulled
pitcher
inside.
does just enough,
Foul ball.
but the team is off, but the other team is offensively in it, I think our bullpen is going to be our
Swing and
biggest
miss. Strike
weakness.
3. That's some nice pitching from Kazmir. Next up,
We're definitely going to have to go out and get a couple
Here we
of
go, the
bullpen
first
guys
pitch.
in free
First pitch
agency.
is stroked for a hit. Thrown to first.
Otherwise, we're going to be
Out.
hoping that the
No runs.
guys we
No
do
hits,
have
no errors.
improve.
The Twins 0, Las Vegas 7,
All right, 7-0.
and the game heads into the 7th inning.
Russell Branyan.
Guerrier,
Here we go
or
for the
Guerrier,
first pitch.
or whatever his name is.
He smacks the first pitch. Will this be the
Is,
one to finish off
pretty
the
much just
opposition?
throwing batting
There it
practice to us at this
goes.
point.
8-0. Las Vegas extend their lead to
All right,
8.
if these guys can hit home runs, surely you can, Mr. Tims.
High and to the left.
There
we
we
got
go.
another home run on our hands.
There we go.
It's a
Beautiful.
homer. See ya. Back-to-back home runs.
An offensive
9-0.
barrage.
Las Vegas.
I will say, though,
extend
this
their
game
lead
was
to
very
9.
close for most
Pulled
of the
inside.
facts.
Have we got another home run on our hands?
Unfortunately, we just became
There it
too strong
goes.
for them.
Carrera has now given up 3 home runs in a row. 10-0. Las Vegas extend their lead to
well,
10.
it happens.
Brian Schneider got a home
Gotta
run
be able
his
to-
last at bat.
You got to be able to
Thrown
get the
first.
pitches
Out.
located
One
properly,
away.
or else my guys are going to hit
Schneider
them
is
out.
retired on an infield
Which is
grounder.
weird because it's like,
Here we go.
we're
for
not
the
that
first
big
pitch.
of an offensive team,
He
really.
hits the first pitch.
We have a few guys that if you can shut them
got
down
it. 2
offensively,
away.
you can beat us.
Number
You're not a juggernaut by any means of the
Here
imagination.
we go. The first pitch.
The only reason we're winning is
He
because
belts
I'm
one off the
choosing to
first
be
pitch.
very
Line
aggressive
drive up the middle between
offensively.
second and shortstop.
Hell, Andrew has 2 home runs in
Base
this
hit
friggin'
already
game.
in this game. Here we go.
That
for
should
the
tell
first
you
pitch.
enough
Strike.
just how friggin' bonkers
Catcher
this
throws
game
to
has
second.
been.
He's in there before the tag.
Oh,
Safe at
Castillo
second. That's a
and-
stolen base.
Timmy get collided and Timmy's hurt.
He's back in the game. It looks
Okay.
like he's okay.
No more stolen bases, Timmy. No more stolen bases. I have no backup second baseman right now.
Off the
I'd
head
have
of
to
the
go
bat.
get I'd have to go get one. So you're just gonna stay at third.
Throws to the cutoff man.
Stay at third.
Gets a
No
base
base
hit to
runner.
center field. Las Vegas.
Hopefully
gets 2
Church hits you
consecutive
home or
hits.
pops
He
out
pulled
here.
that first pitch.
Line
There's
drive,
the third
beautiful.
out.
Okay.
3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base.
All right. This might be the Twins' best
are
chance
now
to
off the
come
bat.
back in this
Here we
game.
go, the first pitch.
So if we can shut them down
It's a
here,
strike.
we'll let the bullpen take the rest of the game over, and we will be in good shape.
Great catch, 1 away. Kazmir retires the
Nice
batter with a
try.
liner to third.
No
Here we
extra
go, the
base
first
hits
pitch.
for you,
He
Mr.
takes a big
Power.
cut. Count 0-1.
A lot of people had a problem with Joe Mauer getting into the Hall of Fame. I really had no issue with it. I mean,
Dyer
injuries
struck
were
out
really
in
what did
3
him in.
pitches.
If he was healthy,
Justin Morneau.
Joe
Here
Mauer
we
was
go, the
when he was
first
healthy.
pitch.
Joe Mauer was the best hitting
That's a
catcher
strike.
in baseball since you could argue Mike Piazza. And on top of that, he played great
Line drive to
defense.
center field.
He won
He
batting
got it.
titles
There's
as a
the third
catcher.
out.
Do you know how
No
hard
runs,
that is to do?
No hits, no errors.
Be a good catcher,
At the end of the
play
7th inning, the
140
Twins.
games, and still win batting titles.
Las
He won
Vegas, the number
multiple
4,
batting
5, and
titles.
6 batters are up this inning. Here we go for
I
the
think that's
first
the part
pitch.
a lot of people
He
just
belts one
don't
off the
get.
first pitch.
He was such a good player that injuries cut
Russell
him.
Branyan got a
One of
home run
many
his last
players
at-bat.
of that run of like 2000
Here we go
or
for
mid
the first
2000s to the 2010s
Broken
that
bat.
got cut down due to
Thrown to
injuries.
first. Out.
Him, you have Ryan
Branyan
Zimmerman,
is retired on an
David
infield
Wright.
grounder.
So many
He's
players
set to
just got
deliver
cut
the first
down in their
pitch.
prime due to
Hit the
injuries.
first pitch. Will this be the one to
It's
finish off the
unfortunate, but
opposition? That one
again,
comes off the wall.
It's baseball sometimes. Hell, Mike Trout right now
Gets a base hit.
is
has
probably
3 base hits in a row
locked for the
now.
Hall of Fame, but
There's
he
an outside hit.
hasn't played
Will
a full
this be the one to
season in
finish off the
years.
opposition? That one comes
at
off
this
the wall.
point.
Brian Schneider has had a base hit already in this game. Here we go, the first pitch. Hit the first pitch.
I don't think we need the insurance runs, but I
There's
will
a
gladly
hit.
take a
Comes off
couple
the
more
wall.
runs batted
He
in for
throws
my
to the cutoff
guys.
man. Schneider hits it over the center fielder's head for an RBI double. Schneider gets his second RBI of the game.
Oh, wow,
That's the
that would
final
have
out.
been bad. Right up the
run,
middle,
3
that
hits,
would have
no
been
hits.
very bad.
The Twins are now up to bat.
All right. 7 innings from Scott Kazmir. I'll gladly take that. Which means we have a big lead, so I guess we'll just let Brett Myers pitch again.
Timeout. Las Vegas are putting
However,
in a
I
new
do
pitcher.
want Joel
Myers
Zumaya to
is the
pitch
second
tonight.
pitcher for the team to take them out in this game.
He's probably, other than Joel Peralta, probably our
Fly to
best
shallow center field. He got
reliever.
it. 1 away. Myers retires the hitter on a pop-up to center field. Next at bat, Jason Bartlett. Strike.
Which means we don't need a top-notch closer this offseason.
Strike.
We just need a good reliever. If we can find one, I'll gladly
third.
take him off your hands.
He got it. 2 away. Myers retires the hitter on a pop-up to short. Our next batter, Jason Tyner. He hits the first pitch.
Get a couple outs here,
Foul.
Myers, and you're good to go.
He
That
drives
means
it
we'll be
to the
able to have
opposite
Jamie
field.
Wright pitch the opening game of the league championship series, which is
Tyner
very good
gets a
for me.
base hit
because
down the left field line.
I do not
Batter
want to
Wood.
see Brett
He got
Myers
it.
get a start
There's the
here.
third out. No runs. One
If he
hit,
can
no
pitch in
errors.
relief,
One
I'll
man left
gladly
on
take
base.
that.
At the end of the 8th inning, the Twins.
All right, so Timmy, I think we're just going to try to fly out here, so you're not running.
Here we go. The
I
first
do not
pitch.
want to aggravate your injuries.
He hits the first pitch. Throw to first. Out.
All right, that works.
One away.
That works, okay.
Number
I was going to say, if I swear to God, if he gets on base, I don't know what the hell.
Here we go, the first
I
pitch.
cannot steal with him because otherwise
Ball
I'll
makes
re-aggravate
contact
his
near the
injury and then he gets hurt and then
Throws
we're
to
kind
first
of
base.
screwed.
Out. Enox hits a comebacker
All right.
and is retired.
All right, Churchy.
Ryan Church has had 1 RBI so far in this game. Here we go for the first
What the hell
pitch.
is he leading my
smacks
team
the
in
first
home
pitch.
runs?
It's
Oh my
going,
God,
going,
another
going. There it goes, a home run.
4 home runs for Ryan Church in this series. He could not get 10 home runs if you tried in the regular season, but he has 4 home runs
He's
here.
set to deliver the first
Good Lord.
pitch. He belts one off the first pitch.
And I
we
think
got another
that's
home
gone
run
too.
in our hands. That one comes off
Wow,
the
it
wall.
wasn't. Wow, that's actually shocking.
On second. Piazza gets his second double of the day. Russell Branyan has had 1 RBI so far in this
Russell's
game.
got muscle.
He's
You
set
got
to
one in
deliver
you?
the first pitch.
No.
Hunter goes back.
You do have an
drops in for a
RBI
base
double
hit.
in you.
Second base runner comes home. The batter stops at second base. Branyan hits it over the center fielder's
Keep
head
the
for an
runs coming.
RBI double. Branyan gets his second RBI of the game. There's a timeout on the field.
Side
The Twins
armor.
are putting in a new
Meshek.
pitcher. Meshek is the 3rd pitcher for the team.
And oh my
There
God.
it goes. Thames gets his second home run of the day. This is one incredible lead for
He did
Las
not
Vegas.
fool me on that pitch at all. Holy crap.
Here we go for the first pitch.
When you get those no-doubters, it's always something special about getting a
It's a hit.
no-doubter.
Hunter is going after it. He throws to second. He's in there before the tag. Safe at second.
I used to get like bored by those
Ryan
because
Schneider
MLB
got
The
a
Show
double
tries
in
to
his last
pretend that
at-bat.
every home
He's
run's a
set to deliver
no-doubter.
the first pitch. Castillo caught that one. That's the
Hell,
final
I
out.
remember there was a
4
time where they
runs,
tried
5
to
hits,
call
no
a one
errors,
of
1 man left on
no-doubter
base.
for
Las Vegas 15.
Chipper Jones in 2000 MLB 07
They are
the
leading
show, and
off
I
in
ended
this
up
inning
robbing
from
his
the top of their batting lineup. The Twins.
They're like,
He just
oh,
wants
a
to get on
shot
base
by
in this
Jones into
situation.
deep
There's
left
the first
field,
pitch.
and
It's
it
struck to
is
the opposite
gone.
field.
And I'm like, no, I caught it. What
away.
are you talking about?
Next at bat, Nick Punto. Timeout. The
Game ain't
Twins
that
are
smart.
putting in a new hitter. Pinch hitting, Garrett
So
Jones.
Joe Mauer
Here we
will
go
be
for
the
first
last.
Schneider caught that
There
one.
we go.
Out.
Good job,
2 away.
Schneider.
Now all they need to clinch the title is 1 more out. Our next batter, Joe
right.
Mauer.
You know what? No, I'll let Brett Myers
He's
finish
set
this
to
out.
deliver the first pitch.
Maybe it'll help me decide
It's
if
a
I want to
strike.
keep him around as a bullpen piece. All right, let's see. Joe Mauer, what'll you do? Line to the
Going
second
first.
baseman.
Out.
Flip to first.
And that's the ball game.
We're going to the league
Get to
championships.
the long-awaited league championships.
They like to hold banners for this, when in reality they're all just blasting each other in the face with champagne. Ugh. A drubbing. We swept the Twins and they did not score a run against our pitching. I'm willing to bet the Yankees will change that when we get into the LCS. Assuming we face them. We could still face the Angels. If the Yankees choke. Let's see, right now it's Mets and Cincinnati in the League Championship Series, and we're facing either the Angels or the Yankees. But we will use the next few days to rest. Or, my guys will use the next few days to rest. It feels great that we're able to sweep the other team. Keep it up and try for a sweep in the League Championship Series, too. Also, we've received a special bonus. I'll make sure to add that to your owner points. Ooh, 20 million, I'll take that. First thing I want to do, though, is roll settings. We're going to move some guys down a bit. So Jamie Wright will be set to pitch the League Championship Series. Game 1. Otherwise, they'd want us to throw Ian Snell Game 1. And I'm not doing that. So let's find out who our opponent is. Will it be the Yankees or the Angels? And it is the Yankees. Okay. And now it's time for the League Championship Series. The LCS will determine who wins the American League and the National League. This is the final step to get to the World Series. And we will take on the Yankees at Yankee Stadium next episode. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Endman64, and I am signing out for now. Until we meet again, sayonara.